This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of April 5th, 2021. The theme of the week is opportunity. Isn't that a nice surprise? We have an Aries emphasis in the sky. Mercury has moved into Aries at last, did on Saturday. We have lots of life force and power and gumption and enthusiasm at our disposal, and lots of opportunity. Now, a couple of points to keep in mind with the concept of opportunity. As doors open, as windows open, as hands stretch out and entice us, we have a task. We have a couple of tasks. The first is, it's a choice. Opportunities are choices. They are on offer. They are not requirements. They are not demands. They are choices, possibilities. And secondly, they don't fall into our lap. If you have an open door, the door doesn't pull you through it. You have to choose to interact and then interact, accept, engage with the opportunity. Whatever they're offering doesn't just happen for you. The week is kicked off with a really enticing one, a sextile between Venus and Mars, which is an offer that tickles your fancy, something that you possibly value, that could bring you passion, that could bring you adventure, and information that encourages going for it. The masculine and the feminine are simpatico this week. They have the potential of working together. Your heart and your will have what it takes for teamwork. You and someone else have what it takes for teamwork. It could be as simple as a conversation. It could be as simple as getting information that you've been going after or wanting. It could be much more than that. This aspect is exact on the 6th, and a few days later, on the 10th, the notion of opportunity absolutely dominates the day. You could get information from a circle of friends. This opportunity could involve mastering technology. Sounds boring, but if it's important to your life, it might not be boring at all. The opportunity might involve collaborating with a group. It might involve taking a leadership role in a group situation. It might involve getting structure. It might involve bringing structure to a quest of yours, to a quest for information, to something you have been trying to communicate, to bring it into shape, bring it into being. And it's not boring in the slightest. The bringing into being part, the making concrete part, comes with the possibility of blowing out the walls on what it is you want and what you're trying to do. The two planets of indulgence, Venus and Jupiter, on the same day as Mercury is making a sextile to Saturn. Raise your hand if you smelled what was going on astrologically behind my words. On the same time that Mercury and Saturn are in a sextile on the 10th, the two planets of indulgence, Venus and Jupiter, are also in an opportunity aspect. This says, more please. Yes, please, give me more. I see more. Couldn't this be bigger? Don't I want more? I want more adventure. I want more challenge. Yeah, you might actually, believe it or not. I want more contact with my friends. I want more power on my own. What do you want? Use the Abraham Hicks game of wouldn't it be fun if, on this day, if no other day, and fill in the blank with your most adventuresome, self-actualizing desires and see what doors start popping open in front of you. Now, of course, there are a few complications in the midst of this. The fog is pumping up on the cosmic fog machine yet again, but the pump up has the possibility of actually making things so cartoonishly ridiculous that fantastical thinking becomes obvious, that lies and gaslighting become obvious, that you find a way to pierce through the fog. This is going to involve thinking. It's going to involve words, communicating, stuff happening in social media and on the news. Mars is squaring Neptune. This is a demand for action. Mars, our planet of push, is in Gemini, the sign of communication, the chatterbox area of the zodiac. And Neptune is still, for some time, in his home base of Pisces, the high seas that interconnect all of existence. You can actively engage with this by seeking out guidance. I know people who actually speak quite sharply to their guides, to their higher selves, to their higher power, and demand answers, demand information. Give it a try. Why not? Because we also have some prompts nudging us in the beginning of the week, actually for most of the week, to push beyond what we have previously done, to seek more, to step into trusting our intuition or our guidance more, to trusting our own creative process, to opening ourselves to different ways of looking at things. There's a little cluster of uncomfortable nudges on the 7th and the 9th, pushing us into going more with grace, with inspiration, and with genius out of the blue that kind of short circuits rational thinking. And this is the on-ramp to the opportunities for stabilizing, for information involving our new constructs, information and conversations involving group dynamics, group projects, and for the opportunities for us to get more of something very meaningful to us. By the weekend, we are building up to two things. To a new moon in Aries, which comes on the 12th after this week, and to Venus finishing up her time in Aries. And right now, Pluto is the gatekeeper to the end of each sign. As every planet leaves its sign, it has a consult with Pluto. And something must be left at the door before the planet changes signs. This week, Venus squares Pluto on the 11th. The two planets of craving and desire, of money and enormous wealth, are in this clash. Something might come to light. You might be forced to confront secretive things that have been going on in the back room somewhere. Triangulation, hidden motives, power plays. You might be forced to strip down what it is you really want and become aware of what the tractor beam influences are inside of you, what the obsession is inside of you, and to pare things down into what it is you really consciously want in your physical reality. The process could disempower a subterranean influence that has been torpedoing you or hindering you or holding you back in some way. This is something you cannot escape experiencing. Confront it, dive into it, work with it, and you can come out consciously, streamlined, and more effective so that when Venus finally enters her home base of Taurus next week, you can settle into and relax and enjoy the creature comforts that are actually what you want. Homing thought of the week. Opportunity is knocking. Song of the week, boy, is this an oldie. How Do You Do by Mouth and McNeil. Raise your hands if you remember that one. And the image of the week, game show set with door number 1, number 2, and number 3. Learn more about all this in my forecast for the month of April, which is up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. Listen to my show Celestial Compass on the first and third Monday of the month. That would be this Monday on Om Times Radio, link below. I host lively conversation on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and the group the Astro-Insight Lounge. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I am really grateful to the people who are supporting my work there. I post on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.